Match 3 on the play. Seems good. Seems good. Oh my goodness. The one planes in our deck ruining this hand. Mulligan. Oh, we'll keep this. We'll keep this. We'll scry her to the top. And we'll run out a young wolf, and our opponent will think we're on Stompy, maybe. Sahana Ledgewalker is actually also maybe still Stompy. The turn after, we'll be able to slap this Abundant Growth on something and Affinity, Bogles versus Affinity is interesting. If I get my... it's basically like who gets the... And I mean, this is going to sound so silly. Who gets the better opener? This is a pretty slow opener, I think, so I don't know if we can necessarily beat Affinity. But we do have Ancient Grudge on the board. And Tangle? Tangle doesn't seem very good, though. Tangle seems okay, but not amazing. If it's not really Tangle against Affinity is pretty good, but it's not what we really want to be doing, if that makes sense. Like, I don't really want to be playing Tangle. Just at all, I feel like. But it was very, very good, that game against Stompy. Are they... Oh, this is bad. This is a not a very good Affinity opener. I mean, they still have their second main. They could be doing things on this phase instead. All right, sure, there you go. I'll attack into that. Try and deny them a drum. Let's go ahead and Abundant Growth this bad boy. This is excellent. I'll be able to get Trample, probably Armadillo Cloak with that. Armadillo Cloak is a tough one for Affinity to beat. As is Silhana Ledgewalker. So this is probably our ace in the hole here. Won't be able to play it next turn, but should be good enough to win the game. My opponent's not going to be ATOG flinging me anytime soon. Probably did not block with the Germ. They might have Springleaf Drum. Yeah, also Trio Tails, see the sign on. Not the worst. Not the worst for me. You know, Great Fairness is really the most important land in that deck. No Thoughtcast and no land drop though. Oh no, wait, they played that Seed the Sign on this turn already, I think. Yeah, I think so. As you can tell, I'm always acutely aware of everything that's occurring in every game I play, so. It looks like they're checking to see if they have enough for Mirror Enforcer based on what I just saw over here on the left hand, where they're waiting to pay costs. Okay, maybe they're just doing that. Now they could play a free Frogmite. They could have done that already, though. Ugh. Ethereal Armor is pretty sweet. So this kind of begs the question, are we Ethereal Armoring, or are we... based on the fact that my opponent's not doing anything, I think I like the damage output a little more here. Because it's not like they can block this. Yeah, just smack him for a whole bunch. Next turn I can play... Now I don't even really need the Armadillo Cloak. I don't think next turn I can play the Pilgrim and grab... I do like this. I can play the Pilgrim and then grab Rancor. So they'll probably be bringing in Standard Bearers. I'm not 100% on that. They might be. Well, now I kind of want the... If I draw a white source, if I draw exactly the plains, I'll play the Pilgrim. Because then, yeah, there's no reason not to. But I think right now I still want to do Rancor because they played the Great Fairness and they're maybe not going to do anything with it. If they have, like, ATOG, then... Okay, they just concede. Sweet. So, I'm not sure. Affinity sideboard lists are so varied. They could easily be playing Standard Bears. They could also easily be playing Cop Green. Ancient Grudge definitely coming in. Heliod's Pilgrim probably don't need it. I do like Lifelink. Maybe I'll cut a Utopia Sprawl. I actually like the other one a lot better, even though this is ramp. And we're gonna go out on a limb and hope that they do not have their own standard bearers. These are a little expensive on Moto, so it's conceivable that they don't, and we haven't actually seen yet. So I'm gonna just run this back, like this. I run standard bearers in basically every deck I play. I think that this is one of the greatest sideboard cards of all time. I mean, Spellskite's one of the, I think one of the best sideboard cards of all time. This is kind of Spellskite in Pauper. Obviously not as good, 04 being much better than a 1/1. But it fulfills the same sort of functionality in Pauper where you're trying to brick your opponent's pump spells or auras or something. Things that they want to target themselves with. Spellskite, of course, has the added bonus of blocking a bunch and eating lightning bolts all day, every day. This does not have the same luxury. And in fact, it seems like I actually don't really like bringing Standard Bearer in against decks with spot removal. Against Bogles and Stompy, it's fine because they have to have Gut Shot maybe to get rid of it. But in a deck that's playing 4 Galvanic Blasts and conceivably some amount of lightning bolts, it doesn't seem very good. This hand is very good. We really just need the third land. And for our opponent to not have Cabal Therapy. Haha, legacy jokes. So yeah, turn 1 we'll go Slippery Boggle. They go turn 1 Darksteel. This is actually probably the best opening against in a sideboard game against a deck with Artifact Destruction. I obviously don't have any right now, but this is still that's pretty good. So next turn I can go Abundant Growth, Slippery Boggle, hopefully get a land drop, and then be able to play this Ancestral Mask on time. These Ancestral Masky. If this is a Atog, it's a nothing. A turn 2 Atog is actually not very impressive. I would just be more worried that they had a creature that they could use to ramp this hand. This opponent likes doing things in their second main. Respect. I think I'm safe and then I'm not. Oh. That's actually fine. This is like a 1-for-1 on an Electrickery is more than okay. I'm actually pretty pleased with that. So now we are going to get to play the Ancestral Mask on time, provided we go ahead and play the County Garden. I mean, maybe that's a show of strength on their side that they have another one. Maybe they just had no better play. But I think you really want to wait to do this in response to me trying to Ancestral Mask or something like that, so that you get rid of the threat as well. The Boggles by themselves aren't very threatening. So this is a 1/1. Yeah, and now I'm going to get to play Ancestral Mask. And the Electrickery was really for nothing. I'm going to go Mask. It's going to be sick. So sick, bro. And Ethereal Armor. So I think +2/+2 for each other enchantment on the battlefield. So Mask is actually not very good right now. Let's go Forest. Let's Abundant Growth. This Forest. I guess I could have waited to see if I drew a Plains. My 1 Plains. I didn't. Not punished. It's Ethereal Armor, and next turn we'll play Mask. We'll start our Mask chain. Hopefully draw another land, and then we can go Mask Cartouche. That'd be pretty strong. And now we also have any color. If we draw the Ancient Grudge, we can nuke our opponent's Great Furnace, Tree of Tales. The old Double Stone Rain special. Double Stone Rain special. Our start hasn't been the best, but our opponent's hasn't either. I keep forgetting Ancestral Mask is each other enchantment, so yeah, it actually is pretty poor by itself. And I really just hope that they do not get a Standard Bear. I'm not saying, I said bearer the first time, but not the second time because I kind of like the idea of a standard bear. It's funny to me. It amuses me greatly. Okay, so yeah, we're just going to play mask. Our opponent's not doing anything. And I don't really think there's a way to stop it, yeah. Next turn, I'm going to play the other Ancestral Mask and hopefully close out the game. Opponent is Galvanic Blasting me. That could indicate that they are going to win this turn. That is possible. Like if they have 3 more Galvanic Blasts, creature... Well, they don't have enough mana for that because they have 1, 2... They have 3 mana, 3 red sources, conceivably a 4th if they have something for this drum. There's Rancor. Kind of doesn't matter what I play. So I'm going to play the Ancestral Mask. Because that's the best use of my mana. Thankfully, no Deflecting Palm. I also highly doubt my opponent is playing Fogs. And yeah, with nothing on the table here, they're going to be pretty hard-pressed to beat this. Like, it's not like they can ATOG Fling me in response or anything. I guess they could gain some life, maybe, if they have Feed the Clan, but I don't know if you'd bring that in. Cycling Chromatic Star for white. Doesn't really matter. They have the Prof Prism. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything they can do here. Maybe I'm wrong. White, red. Oh, okay. Rare Revelation, definitely good here. Blowing up both my Ancestral Masks, very strong. So yeah, I don't just win the game on the spot. So my opponent has 1 more turn. But I am in possession of a Rancor and a Cartouche, which will be enough for me to win the game next turn if my opponent doesn't do anything else. Actually, that was a very good play. My opponent's definitely back in this now. Although, what could the last 4 cards in my opponent's hand be, I wonder? I also think if my opponent does stone nothing else here, I think I want to play the Aura Gnarlid. I think no matter what, I want to play the Aura Gnarlid. I would just like to get on the board a little more. Well, that certainly changes things. Now I kind of want to play the Rancor and the Ethereal Armor on the Boggle and try and win. Actually, this is probably enough to just win anyway. Well, no, actually, because they have a blocker. So I will need the second Ethereal Armor here. All right, and they pack it up. All right, I'll see everyone for match 4.